Oklahoma is an example of a copyrighted work. The advantages of maintaining a copyright are that writers receive compensation for their hard work, which gives them incentive to continue creating. This also keeps the integrity of the work, and adulterated rewrites are avoided, much like what happened to the infamous Romeo and Juliet by Shakespeare. This also enables the creators to control where the work is being performed and who is performing it.
Maintaining copyrights can also be an issue in that it leaves less accessibility to low-budget theatrical programs. The original works can also not be expanded upon. The rewrites of Romeo and Juliet spawned the advancement of creations such as West Side Story and inspired further creation in the world of performing arts. Limiting the availability of these works inhibits the creation of possible variations of the original work. An example of a work that is in public domain is the early animation of Gertie the Dinosaur. The advantage to Gertie being in public domain is that it makes it available for independent study. The lack of control over Gertie's availability also enables it to be enjoyed by everyone.
Works like this being in the public domain are at risk of being exploited and taken out of its original context, therefore depreciating the cultural value. Much like what Disney feared with the copyright expiration of Steamboat Willie. Good Morning to All, or better known for its variation Happy Birthday, is an example of a copyrighted work. The copyright has been bought and sold many times. The advantages of works like this retaining their copyright promotes artists to sell their work to publishers and other companies. These works retaining their copyright allows the buyers to get a large return on their investment.
Happy Birthday, being a copyrighted work, is at a disadvantage to the public because it has become a tradition that if now performed publicly is in violation of copyright law. The current owner charged Disney $5,000 to use their melody in an Epcot production. This puts small productions who cannot afford the license in a bind and are forced to use less sufficient birthday celebration compositions. Another example of a work that remains in public domain is the work of Claude Monet. The advantages of Claude's work remaining in public domain is that the reproduction of these works allows for the average person to enjoy his work and not just wealthy art collectors. Public domain also keeps large companies from putting regulations on the display of such historic work.
The disadvantage to the works of Monet remaining in public domain is that the overproduction of these works devalue the integrity of the original paintings. Without a copyright, there is no one to control the deformation and or alteration of his work, such as what happens with Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper.